welcome to the tutorial on how to get your SiteGround credentials in order to add your site to CodeGuard. My name is Josh and I'm going to be taking you on this journey today, so let's go ahead and get started so that we can get our site backed up with CodeGuard. The first thing that we're going to want to do is go to My Accounts. In there, we're going to want to go to the cPanel and proceed. Now that we're on this page, we're going to want to make sure that we can get our server host name. Now that's going to be this right here on the side under account information. The next thing we're going to want to grab is down here under files. You can go to FTP accounts. As we can see, we don't have any usernames here, and that's okay. We're just going to use the default user that was created when we created our account. It does have the full root level access after the home directory, so it'll have all of the website files that we need. Now, just so you know, the password for this user is linked to your cPanel password. So every time you change your cPanel password, you're going to need to go into CodeGuard and also update that password information under your settings. Now from here, we can go to Configure FTP Client, and we can see, oh wait, there's a server host name here too. But as I was told by a representative from SiteGround, it is not advisable to use this one over the server host name that we got from the previous page. Now we're going to grab our FTP username here, the ctest524 that you see, and then we're going to go back to the previous page here, because in order to grab our key that we're going to use to add it through SFTP, we're going to need to do a few things. So first off, we're going to want to go all the way down until we see SSH/shell access. Now from there, we're going to want to fill out this information, and then we're going to generate a key. You can leave the allowed IP addresses part blank, but essentially it'll just be a first name, a last name, an email, a password, and you can generate a password if you want a more secure one. So after we filled out all of this information, we can go ahead and scroll down to the bottom and generate the key. As you can see, the key has been successfully added. So now we just press the Go Back button, scroll down, and we can see our key is right here. So next, what we're going to want to do is go to the private key option. From there, you can see our encrypted key. So what we're going to do here is we're going to actually decrypt this key. So first off, what we need to do is we need to copy the whole thing, and then we need to open up a Sublime text. From there, we can paste in the key, and then we're going to go ahead and save that. I'm going to call this one RSA key SG, and then we're going to save it into the desktop. Now from there, we're going to need to do something a little bit interesting, and that is to get into our command line or our terminal. Now what we're going to need to do from here is we're going to have to go in and put in this text right here that I put in there, and I'll link this in the description below this video. But basically it's this openssl rsa-in tilde the location of the actual file that you just saved and the name of that file, then dash out another tilde, and then the location of the file that you want to create, the decrypted file that you want to create, and then slash the actual name of that file that you want to make. When you press enter, you'll see that it asks for a phrase. Now from there, I'm just going to enter in my actual passphrase, and be aware that on terminal, it won't actually show you how many characters you've typed. It'll just actually tell you, if it worked or not after you try it. All right, as you can see, it is writing right now, and I'm just going to go ahead and check out that decrypted key. Okay, so I have gone to my desktop, and I can see here that my actual RSA key has been decrypted successfully using the terminal. And now what needs to happen is that we're going to use this as the password essentially for adding the site into CodeGuard. So what we're going to need to do next is to collect all the information that we've gotten up to this point and then put it into CodeGuard. And that's what I'll show you how to do next here. So here I've gone ahead and went to the Connect the Website page, entered in the URL, the host name that we got earlier, the username that we got earlier, and instead of doing password, I'm going to do upload. And instead of doing password, I'm going to do upload a private key that you've generated. From there, I'm just going to paste in the RSA key that we just decrypted using the terminal. And then I'm going to keep it as SFTP, but I'm going to say use a different port. And from that, we just get the port from the previous page. So in case any of you missed it, the standard port for SFTP is 22. However, SiteGround customers specifically will be using 18765 as the SFTP port. So just be aware of that. Now we're just going to go and test the website connection. And look at that. Now it's time to capture the code. Select the topmost folder here, or of course, if you do have things that you want to omit, you're welcome to uncheck any of these, like for instance, those log files there, and maybe the mail as well, and begin the first backup. Great. So, looks like our website addition through SFTP has been successful, and now you know how you can add your SiteGround site to CodeGuard using the terminal in order to decrypt your private key.